gonna be super negative tonight.
Alright, I'm streaming on my channel. Hello, everybody. Today's March 26th. This is episode 67 of HorsePLAY Live Uncut. This is the Mega Awesome Giveaway wrap party. Wrapping up the Mega Awesome Giveaway after 2 months of getting the hype train going. We had some tech issues, so we're starting a little late tonight. And, yeah. Is Aaron hanging with us for the show?
Yeah, I've got all night.
Cool.
If however long this goes. I don't know. I think
1 p.m.
1 p.m. Alright.
Yes, Aaron, aka Dingus
1 a.m.
Panda. I just found out, I had a revelation. I found out they're the same person. I think, all this time, I didn't know.
Alright.
Alright, Obi, let me know when you're ready for me to do the music thing.
I'm ready.
You ready? Everybody ready?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, hold on. Let me make sure the date is correct on the show notes.
Aaron, make sure that
we're
when
good.
you actually, when somebody comes in the room to mute your mic, okay?
Yes, I know that for sure. But my brother doesn't just pop out of the corner. Yes.
Well, you know, just saying.
Like, don't be mad at me if like he goes around and like slaps me in my face and you like might go. So
Okay.
I'll mute it before that happens.
Got it.
Ready?
Waiting on you. What's up, geeks and gamers? This is HorsePLAY Live. And I'm talking in a robot voice because I have no other emotions. Welcome back, guys. This is HorsePLAY Live, Thursday, March 26th, episode 67. Hashtag Mega Awesome Giveaway Wrap-Up Party. Are you ready to party, Yogi? You're still muted.
I am, ain't I?
There you go.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Best start yet. Guys, my camera's gonna fluctuate in and out. I have no freaking clue why, but something is conflicting with it, so... Oh boy. It's actually not gonna be fun. It's gonna be fun, actually. Yogi, what's going on, man? Talk a little bit so I can fix chat.
Okay. Well, no pressure. I'm trying to chat too.
No, I want to fix it.
Well, I guess I shouldn't delay. I joined the dark side in lieu of the stupid stuff with Comcast and their overage charges. I decided what's better, pay $60 to $80 in overage charges, or just spend a little more money and upgrade to the next best internet package they have. But of course, as they are known to do, or any company that insists on sending jobs overseas to people that barely speak English. I got bounced around countless times. Everybody gave me a different story. Initially, I got quoted a price. They're like, oh, yeah, $69.99. You get our best internet package for 2 years, no contract. I'm like, that's a sweet deal. And, 100 megabit, blah, 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 whatever. It's like 100 megabit down, 2 megabit up. Like, wow, I see that. That makes sense.
It doesn't, dude. Go ahead. I got something to say on that.
It's actually not that bad. It's actually much better than that. But still, it's so funny how it still boggles my mind how they could give you so much download, but like the upload is always like. Meow, meow, meow. But it's like they haven't learned that people do more than like load web pages on the internet these days, right?
Fuck, we gotta look at porn. What the hell?
Man, and even that, like, that's got an advancement. We're not gonna get into that. That's a slippery slope. But You know, so I upgraded it. They quoted me originally $69.99, and I told them, make sure you notate this in my account, because I want someone to tell me later that that promotion no longer available. They still did it anyway. So they said, oh, I started a promotion. Thank you for the host. By the way, they said $89.99, right? So I saw that, confirmed it on the site, and I said, cool, I'll get that. That's not too much more than what they quoted me. It's still $20 more, but at least I'm still saving money. Cause rather than paying overage charges just for extra data usage, which is stupid in itself, I'll get faster internet and a higher bandwidth cap or whatever. But then they said, oh no, that's only for first-time customers. Really? So then I said, all right. You guys have to work with me. Give me a manager. They bounced me around a bunch of times. I'm gonna cut to the chase. I mean, I got busted so many times. Finally, got sent to someone who's like, speaking the accent, spinning all over the place. Like you say your name is Sarah, but I don't know. It's something like, It's, and then they said, oh, we can give you this deal if you get cable. I'm like, oh, I don't want to get cable, because that's how they hook you in. You get cable television, and then you realize with the cable package they give you barely have anything, and then you're like, oh, this is kind of nice having this again. And then you're like, sci-fi. They don't even have sci-fi as this channel. You don't have freaking FX. I mean, everything that used to be standard. I can't even get Univision, my Spanish channel. That's not even standard anymore. Yeah, that's extra. But anyway, they cut me a deal. It's like $69.99, but I had to get cable. But I got locked into a 2-year contract. I'm like, damn it, they suckered me in. They suckered me in. Guys, I refused for a long time. We were strong. I said we're not gonna get cable because it's gonna become a big to-do. Everybody's gonna fight over what we're gonna watch, And then there's gonna be certain channels we won't get. You can't get those channels a la carte. You have to like buy them as part of a package, right? Like, if I would like it if they just did something a la carte where it's like $1 or $2 per month per channel, maybe $5 for certain channels. I'd get sci-fi, maybe FX, and that'd be good. I don't need the other crap. HBO and Showtime is nice, but I could live without it. Oh, and BBC America. I like to have BBC America. Good Doctor Who. But nope. Oh, he just throws his arms up. That makes for good radio. People that are listening on the podcast feed can't see you do that.
I know, but everybody in chat that's saying, "Where'd the fucking audio go?" It's right there. Sorry.
You lost audio.
Accidents. I'm trying to improve this. What I'm doing here, but no. Seriously, I have something on that. When I've been a customer of Charter for going on 10 years now. Now, that is the biggest mistake I've ever made in my life.
It's still not Comcast.
I thought, no, they're not. So I'm very happy with that. But I thought that since you've been a customer for so very long, and you've been dedicated to them, you've only used them, you've got all 3 of their services, cable, internet, and phone. Yes, I have a home phone. Yes, they exist still.
It's worth having. It really is.
But the thing is when you think that you're going to get rewarded for being there that long and being staying true to them, and they have record of my first transaction with them. All right. 2004 actually. So it's been over 10 years.
Damn.
No, it was 2005. Yeah, 2005.
At the same address?
No, 2 addresses.
Oh, okay.
So it's still,
that's still really
Holland,
good.
Man.
Yeah.
It's still in Holland, man.
Yeah.
So it's like I call them back and I said, all right, my bill's kind of getting high. It's like $200 a month for everything. I know it's not yours, Yogi. I know, but still, we budget everything out accordingly. So then, if I have any extra money, then we can, we get giveaways, or I can get a new game, wink, wink, or anything like that. But it's to the point where they should be giving me a deal for being there so long, but no, they had no deals available for my number or for my address. That's what they told me. Oh, sorry, sir, we have nothing available for your address.
Oh my God.
Does that mean?
I hate that.
I want to know what it means.
Yeah,
seriously.
And the thing is, all that stuff, all those help desks are automated. So if the system doesn't let them do it, they have like almost no power to override. To get to someone that actually has power, like discretionary power, it's a freaking uphill battle. It's crazy.
Hey, the lady said
The
on
struggle is
phone,
real.
and I really didn't want to say that. I didn't, usually I'll end a call with, "You're a fucking dumbass," and then hang up. It just depends. Well, I tried it the nice way, like my wife asked me to. And I, being polite, "Yes, ma'am, thank you very much. There's nothing you guys can do for me, though." She's like, "Well, sir, like I told you before, if you'd like to lower your bill, we can end your telephone, your cable, or your internet for you if you'd like." I was like, all right, I'm not being nice anymore. I mean, she was that snarky comment that women give you sometimes. That
Yeah.
little sass they put in their voice. Ooh. And I love all women. They're glorious to men. I'm sorry. Even just to have and to hold. Death do us part. I'm done again.
But what?
No. Seriously. It's just it boggles me though that internet companies can continuously do this, and then basically like Yogi's has the same problem. He's locked because nobody else will service that area. Like Charter has this area on lock. North Holland, Charter, South Holland, Comcast. Comcast here is really good though, by the way. They don't charge what you get charged.
It's probably because they have competition, so they actually try to juice things up.
Yeah, but there's a line, dude. Like I live in North Holland, and I can't get Comcast. There's a line. Like Comcast, we can't go up there. Sorry, that's Charter's territory. That's what I get on the phone. Wait, really? My question to you is, why is the government actually doing this? And yes, I said government. They're letting them do it.
Yeah,
They're
it's
letting them do it. They could stop this shit. It should be a free. That's what the United States free enterprise. You go wherever you want to sell your goods. No, it's not.
I
You're
don't
forced
see.
to pay a price just because you live in a certain area. Sorry, dude. Go.
No, I think they should have a shared framework. This should be a way where they could, switch the lines. There's got to be ways they could do it. If telephones figured it out, why can't they do it with data? Data should be even easier to manage than like old analog systems. And BFT said it in the chat, it's money, but it's just funny. Like, if you look at other things, like people complain a lot about Verizon, AT&T, and I don't like Verizon's customer service, but even they will try to make you happy. AT&T, I don't have a problem with AT&T. People will hate them. A lot of people go switch to them because Sprint has that offer where they'll cut your bill in half and take you out of your contract with your other provider.
Yeah, but you're signing a.
Yeah, I know. Everybody's like falling for that trap.
I have Sprint. Okay, don't.
Yeah, I had Sprint before too, a long time ago. For
The
a
reason
job
I don't
line.
pay a shit ton out of money out of pocket is because one, my wife takes care of it. Okay, but we're on her mom's account still. So like we're shared with like 6 people, and it's on a work, almost like a work account.
Yeah, so you get the discount.
So like ours is like $60 a month or $75 a month for unlimited everything, literally.
Yeah.
I can go through as much data or talk time as I want, and we pay $120 a month, $60 piece.
But the point is though, even with other companies, they have escalation process, right? They know that when the customer is they can tell when a customer is frustrated and they say something like, I want to speak to your manager, or I want to cancel. They have what they call sales save teams or loyalty teams or retention teams, where they'll transfer you to someone that specializes in making things right. But with internet service providers, especially Comcast in my experience, it's like, you need us, so fuck you. And it's really frustrating. It's a whole different ballgame. Like you said, having tenure, you can actually get a better deal coming in as a new customer. It might actually make more sense for you to cancel your service and have someone else put the bill in their name as a new customer and get the service to get a better deal than if you come in and say, hey, I had this for a long time, I've paid a lot, I need to bring it down. I want to stay with you as a customer, but I need to make this bill more manageable. They won't work with you. It's stupid.
Yeah, no, we tried that. I asked, I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna turn my services off, okay, and then we're just gonna, and I told him exactly what. Well, sir, you can't do that. We won't let you because you've already had services there. I was like, so you're gonna deny me service now, and you're the only service that I can get?
Yeah, yeah.
And I says, well, I'm just gonna cancel my stuff and start a new account with my wife's name. Well, she still has your last name. I was like, how do you know? She wouldn't be your wife if she didn't.
That's stupid.
I
They
was
come
like,
out
I'm
with more
sure she's
stipulations.
my wife. I'm sure I was there on the wedding day. I'm not saying I was totally sober, but I was there.
Yeah, you know that cable
Bonnie, if you're
companies.
watching, I love you.
You know the cable companies sometimes do this little number where if someone that previously lived there leaves without paying the bill, they won't even turn on service until that previous bill is paid. So you have to pay it. Like they're making you customers pay someone else's bill. Like what?
Yeah.
I've heard about that
Yeah,
shit. Like, are you serious?
Yes.
Dude,
Yes.
Geek.
If I left up here, and I fought it before, and I won, but I'm me. So I went down I went down face to face instead of talking to them on the phone. They don't like that. Don't do that. They might call the cops. But no, they tried to charge. It was me and then one of my buddies. He didn't fight it. He just paid a $300 bill just to get so he could have internet and cable in his house because it was that address. I was like, you didn't tell him. I mean,
That's
you can give
stupid.
him. I mean, you can give them so much things that it's not you. I mean, think of what the last names were. I mean, like, well, people can change their name, not their last name. Actually, you can, can't you?
Oh my god. By the way, we have a third person joining us tonight. We should probably introduce them before we rant any further.
Well,
Well, and
Ron.
Obi's like the worst host ever. I'm waiting for him
I
to
am
introduce you.
I am going to, man. I was waiting for the right time.
Awkward.
Guys, with us on the show, yes, I know, very awkward. With us on the show, though, we do have somebody he's a competitive gamer, and but
Matchmaking.
welcome, Aaron. How you doing, man? Or Aaron?
Aaron,
Hey,
as they
Aaron.
call me. My name is also Dingus Panda. But well, I just joined the TeamSpeak here. I met Obi on matchmaking in CS:GO, and he's a great dude. So yeah.
There you go. See, Obi, that wasn't so
I
hard.
didn't even have to. I didn't even threaten this one, man. Hell yeah. I like you.
My God. BFT's like 30 minutes later. Yeah, I know. That was hardcore.
Yeah, it
But
was.
that we had to go off on that
Messing with you
rant.
guys, leave me alone. I'm just messing with you guys.
Strizix is
But,
like, Aaron is my teammate. Or Aaron, sorry.
Oh yeah, that's Strizix. I think I mentioned him before. He's like the leader or editor of our clan.
Awesome.
Cool.
Well, welcome to the party. Sorry you had to stand in there for our big rant.
Yeah.
We've been on a kick about how terrible ISPs are, especially with the whole net neutrality thing that's going on. Which,
Yeah.
you know, there's some victories there, but there's still a lot of regulation that needs to take place because a lot of funny business in this ISP business.
Yeah, I was very ignorant on this topic, but I was just sitting back here talking to people. I don't know.
You got the uncut version of this rant. Like you were here in the early stages.
Yeah, I didn't even know if I was like supposed to be in like the legit podcast thing. I don't
No,
really
you're
know.
fine, man. I left you in here. I would have taken you out if I didn't want you in here. But Yogi, what's going on tonight in the show, man?
Well, tonight on the show, we're going to discuss a game that everyone seems to be all excited about. A game that people were waiting for, you know, on consoles at least. Bloodborne. There will be some heavy giveaway talk if we make it that far. We'll talk about some social media strategies and winning. And you guys, don't forget, you guys are all winners in our book. There'll be some social lubrication more than likely happening to help us cope with the fact that Janelle is not with us tonight. She has a road trip, you know, so she has to be up early. So I don't blame her. By the time we finish the podcast and then we usually do the post-show game night, and last time we finished like what 5, 6 in the morning. We're like,
I
just
don't
one more
wanna talk
game.
about it, dude.
Yeah, just one more game. Hey, just one more.
You guys, tonight on that, we're playing Smite, and that's it. You guys don't want to play that? I won't do it.
What,
That's all we're
Smite?
playing is Smite.
Oh, okay, Smite. Yeah. We can do that.
But if you guys are new to the show, welcome to our geeky gathering.
Yellow.
HorsePLAY Live is where geeks come to play.
I'm surprised you didn't ask me what yellow means. You just kept
I'm
going.
not going to.
Okay.
It's not going to, but 9 times out of 10, or 10 times, depends on where we feel, we're going to get in trouble too. So we are the flagship talk radio show for the Geeky Antics Network in collaboration with AllGames.com and the United Broadcasting Network. Woot! Hell yeah. You guys go check those guys out too. They're fucking sweet. Our show covers all the aspects of the geek culture with a special I can't speak English today, but with a special focus on Indian strategy games, technologies, social issues that geeks face that during gaming and community events. And did I mention we rant? Just a little.
Just a tad, a smidge.
Just yeah. Sometimes we even talk about tabletop gaming, and occasionally we get into the food topics too. So, but we want to make sure we keep that gaming because we don't want to get banned. It'd be terrible.
Yeah, you gotta be careful with the non-gaming content. The NGCO.
Hey, yo, let's tell them a little bit more about what our show inclines.
So yeah, for those that are listening to us on the other feeds that are not Twitch or YouTube, we're live and uncut, so crazy things may happen. We may say something offensive. We'll definitely go off on rants. But with that in mind, it's a late night show, so try to keep an open mind and have fun because our inhibitions are pretty much gone at this point. Usually at this hour we're sleep deprived and maybe socially lubricated, if you will. And the name of the show is HorsePLAY, so what else can you expect other than shenanigans, right? But still, I feel like we have to give that disclaimer because some people have listened to us and commented on YouTube like, this show is offensive. Like, really? I don't know.
I'm telling you now. Okay.
Yeah, we gave you a chance to back off and go watch something else. We have other shows that are more family friendly or appropriate for people that are a little more sensitive. But if you're easily offended, if you're one of those people that thinks that comedy should have some boundaries, there should be more rules to comedy, and you don't want to be here because we don't believe that. There's only some things that we won't make jokes about, but everything else is pretty much fair game. But we're pretty nice, we're pretty friendly otherwise.
Yeah, we're not gonna sit there and
we're not mean-spirited
on one person, guys. We're not like that. We try to have fun here. This is late night. 9 times out of 10, me and Yogi are both inebriated in some way, shape, or form. So it's just a good time for us to cut loose. But HorsePLAY Live is every Thursday at 11 p.m., just like you guys know now, 8 p.m. Pacific, on Twitch channels Geeky Antics and simulcasted at YogiZilla as well. HorsePLAY Live replay is also available earlier on Thursdays around 5 p.m.-ish Eastern Time on AllGames.com. You guys can go to AllGames.com and just click on the live button or the chat, and you guys can join us for 5-10 minutes or whatever you guys want to. And then it'll help with our views too. So, well, we're gonna get right into it, guys. We're not gonna dawdle because I don't think we have much time to daddle tonight. Right? Do we? No.
I think
Am I
we'll
even
be
saying the right word? Yeah.
I think we'll be good.
Yeah.
Lollygagging, perhaps.
With the obligatory news with YogiZilla.
Oh yeah. Ding.
You didn't do it, man.
I know. Usually I do it, but I didn't do it this time. I'm trying to keep everybody on their toes. Maybe I'll do the thing somewhere else.
Okay.
You won't know when to expect it.
What's the news?
On the top of the news, Twitch got hacked. For those that missed it, I knew it right away. At the moment that Twitch was having problems, people were trying to go onto Twitch, and the pages weren't loading. They were getting gateway error. I was like, they're getting DDoSed. And then they sent a request out, like an email out saying reset your password, and very nicely said there may have been some unauthorized access to your account. That's a blanket message. They don't know who was affected. They don't know which accounts were compromised. So it's a preemptive. Everybody changed their password.
When they should have said, "Hey, dudes, we got hacked. Change your shit, or you're gonna get hacked too." That's it.
Yeah.
If they would have said that, everyone would have been like, "Oh, cool. Twitch, you suck. You got hacked. Whatever. Change your shit. That's it."
And what a pain in the ass, because if your account was compromised and you use that password in other places, that means you have to change all those passwords too. You know, so my recommendation is use, since Twitch seems to be like Swiss cheese and it seems to be targeted a lot, use a password that you don't use anywhere else. Or at the very least, do not make your Twitch password something important to use like on your banking, accounts or anything like that. Don't use this. Yeah, Twitch this is not going to be the end of it. Twitch is going to be attacked more. AVG.com actually had a good article on that, on recommendations on how to choose new passwords and good practices or whatever. But I almost feel like there's not even a point using a strong password, since their servers are apparently easy to, get into. But anyway, I still like Twitch, and I refuse to go to like something like Hitbox or whatever. But you got to take the good with the bad. But I like how now everybody's like, they're kind of doing like what people did when the whole Xbox One and PS4 thing went down. It's like, screw that. Xbox One lost my trust. I'm going to PS4. It's like, well, they're both evil. It's just a preference.
Oh my God.
But I'd rather the devil. You know what happened in here?
Fatal Blades new blanket message. We got hacked, so change your password before you get fucked like a porn star in Gangbang 35.
Yeah, see, this Tiger Claw brings up a good point. Too bad Twitch doesn't have the two-step verification like other sites do. And they're part of Amazon now, so you would think they would have some of the benefit of their infrastructure and security precautions. So, I mean, what do they... I can just picture Twitch having all the passwords stored in, like, clear text in, like, a notepad file. Twitch user account passwords .text. Good Lord. But anyway, I wanted to bring a little bit of a flashback here. I don't know if you guys remember a guy named Crazy Eddie from the 80s. He used to do the commercials where like, price is so good, they're insane,
Well, Aaron doesn't, but I do.
Yeah, I don't think I've lived that long to see that.
Well, I recommend you go on YouTube and look up Crazy Eddie, or just any like commercials from the 80s. It's like fun stuff. But he's like one of the original con men that are like to become famous for it, because he was a big scam artist apparently. But like he was a few months ago, he was interviewed by CNN, and he said that he wishes he was a crook now during this time, because this is like the golden era for white collar crime, and he's like calling out people on Wall Street and all the like financial institutions, banks, investment firms. I mean, and it's kind of scary because it's true. Like if you think about all the crap that banks are getting away with, like maintenance fees. There's that new regulation. If you do a certain amount of like electronic transactions, they charge you $15 per transaction afterwards. That's a federal thing supposedly now. Overdraft fees. Like if you overdraft your account by 35 cents, you're getting $35, $50, ding right there.
12 cents. I got charged big time.
Oh yeah. And you try to call them up to reverse it. Come on, it's like, is it 12? I went 12 cents over. Come on, cut me some slack.
I'll be there in 5 minutes. I'll give you 12 cents. Well, the day has already begun, sir. So it already taken it out. So there's nothing we can do.
Yep.
There's something you can do.
They don't give you even some kind of grace period because they want their money. But it's true. Like I read that article and I just started shaking my head. Like, man, the crooks like right now, and they're getting away with it. We're in the wrong racket.
Mm-hmm.
But I'll link that in the chat for those that want to read it. Crazy Eddie's still around apparently, and it's just funny for him just to talk about like, man, I came into the game at the wrong time. I should have waited. Because the thing with Crazy Eddie was that he had a chain of electronic shops, and this was before like Nobody Beat the Wiz was around and all the other places that made it more competitive landscape to buy electronics. So a lot, back in the days, you had to go like a little mom and pop shop in questionable places to get a good deal on electronics, especially if you wanted a color TV, fancy, or a fan or an air conditioner. And he always promised in his commercials that he'll match any price and do all the stuff. But like he was doing all kind of crazy stuff like tax evasion and I don't know other shady stuff. It was a whole big thing back in the days. But it's a little fun thing. Take you back there. It's not really current news, but it was news at one point. But the news that everybody really cares about in gaming at least is Bloodborne. It's out on the PS4, and it's been well received by critics and gamers alike. Notice I made a distinction there because a lot of critics I don't think are real gamers. I'm just going to throw that out there. But Metacritic scores are averaging around...
They're paper pushers. They're number crunchers. That's
yeah.
what they are.
And a lot of them sadly do sell out. Some of them do game. But, yeah. But the Metacritic scores are averaging around 93 out of 100 currently, which is darn good in this landscape. Now, I'm not a Sony guy, and I make this pretty clear throughout. Since the beginning of the show, I've been very clear about that. I know Obi now is part of Club Team Sony, but the game does look great. Not enough to warrant purchase of the system for me, but it does remind me like a little bit of like Assassin's Creed meets Dark Souls from what I saw like the gameplay footage. And it's a beautiful game. I feel like it's actually one of those few games coming in this year that's ushering in that new generation, that next generation of console gaming. And the only complaints people seem to have about it are like the combat leaves something to be desired at times. It's a little awkward, and a lot of people are saying that it's insanely difficult. Like some say it's not as difficult as original Dark Souls, but it's definitely harder than Dark Souls 2, so somewhere in between those two games. But it varies. Some people say it's like almost so frustratingly hard that it's not even worth playing. But nothing that's a major deal breaker. I do like this one review by Magadog on Metacritic. That was actually just posted today, March 26, 2015. I'm going to share this here. And I quote, this is what he said. Writing this to help people like me. I've been a gamer since Pong in the 70s. Hey, I can relate to that. I'm a 44-year-old man. I love gaming. I like challenges. I hate this game. Some people really resonate with this series and the challenge, get good, screw that. I like to be entertained for my hard-earned money and my scarce time, or scarce, whichever way you prefer to say it. I don't like playing a level over and over, only to have to do it over again because I made a mistake or my timing is off. This game doesn't allow for nuance of playing style. It's play this way or enjoy the frustration. I try to give it time. I gave it 8 hours of my time. My time is valuable to me, and 8 hours to stay in the same damn level? No thank you. Taking it back and getting something that I will enjoy. I'd give it less than a 0 review if I could.
Damn. Salty dog.
Now, you know what? I would say it's a fair assessment because as you get older, you realize that your gaming time becomes less and less, especially if, you're like the everyday person that ends up having a family and other responsibilities. You start to realize what's more important, and when you do have time to game, it doesn't stop being any less of a passion, but you want to make sure that gaming time counts, all right? And I love roguelikes. I mean, they just had the Humble Bundle Roguelikes 2 collection. I was like, that is awesome. I love stuff like that. But like, there's a very thin line between being challenging and rewarding, and just being challenging and frustrating. And it stands to be seen if this game crosses over that line. But any game that forces you to play it a specific way stops being fun after a while. Like, I don't like that. Like, I like a game that gives you different ways to approach different problems. That's more fun.
And that's the few of the things. And sorry guys if my microphone is lower, I'm gonna have to fix it. But that's the reason why I was watching it a little bit over this last week. When it came out on various streams, and some guys were having a great old time. They were perfect. Everything was they figure out the fighting style. But these are like gamers that they just understood it. Then I watched some streams that were just like, what do I do now? Or what do I do now? They're constantly trying to figure out what to do and how to do something because it's one way or nothing. And I might have to move my mic back up, but
No, you sound good to me.
Yeah, you
yeah.
sound pretty good.
But I turned the setting down, so I like took the boost out of it. But I don't know how I sound on stream, so.
Oh. No, we could always fix everything post-production.
Well.
No one's complaining in the chat, so I'm assuming you sound good.
Yeah.
But Fatal makes a good point. He said that guy never played NES because that's all that NES was. But it's a different time too because we had less options and most of us had more time back in those days. So we could afford to stick with one game and really see it through no matter how bad or hard it was. If NES was out now with the plethora, the myriad of choices there are now in gaming, it would not have done it. It would not do as well because people's time is more of a premium. There's a higher premium on your time now because we have choices and we have better choices. So it's like, why keep playing this same game over and over again and beat my head against the wall when there's better choices?
And that just happens to be some people. I mean, for me watching it alone, just watching the streams and reading what I read about it, I would never buy that game a day in my life, even though it might be fun to other people to even watch. But to me, I mean, I'm one of those people that it's either fun or it's not.
But BFT just said he just finished beating the second boss rather, and it took a bunch of tries for him. See, as long as it's fun, that's the number one thing. But there needs to be some sense of progression or reward, some satisfaction in there to keep you on that grind.
Mm-hmm.
But if you guys want to talk about it, again, you can always leave us voicemail, 206-415-4987. Let us know what you think about Bloodborne. And don't crucify me for not being a Sony fan. That's my choice. It's my life choice. I'm sorry. Collectively, the library that Sony has to offer doesn't appeal to me. It's just not my thing. I can't justify that cost right now. For many reasons, being broke is one of them. But if I had like $600-$700 to spare, and I feel guilty about spending, that definitely wouldn't be on the top of my list. But if it's something you enjoy, don't let me. Far be it from me to keep you from enjoying that. I'm not knocking it. It's just not for me. But anyway.
Well, some games are just not for people. I mean, that's just how it is.
Yeah. Like, but I just, I always have to kind of cover my ass because there's people that feel like if you don't give every system a chance, then you're not a real gamer. Well, that's BS. I tried it. It wasn't, it doesn't appeal to me. But yeah.
Every game can't appeal to every gamer. That's just how it. That's not how it works.
So Kitu says, what do you guys think of that one where you're kinda inside the game? It uses your movements. Oh, I think I know what he's talking about.
You're the only one.
I saw. It's a recent game that was revealed. I mean, there's a lot of games that are starting to do that though. But even freaking Leapfrog is getting into the whole motion detection business. Weird. Everybody jumping on that bandwagon. But yeah, if you want to talk more about Bloodborne, give us a call. But moving on, did you know that Han has a world tour? And they're in season 3, the finals. The finals are here. Han being Heroes of Newerth, that MOBA that we don't really care about. I didn't know this was a thing, but apparently it's really big competitively.
I didn't even know it was a thing either.
Yeah. And I just thought it was interesting because I got an email about it and I got a press release about it, and it said it's the biggest prize pool yet, over 180K. The biggest grand prize, supposedly. 180K, that's not nothing to sneeze at.
Oh no, but since when? I didn't even know it existed.
I know. Like when I think about competitive games, Han definitely does not come to mind. I mean, it's a cool enough game, but with so many choices you have out there, it's hard to add anything more to your gaming plate, at least on a regular basis, and then justify the hard drive space. And games keep getting bigger and bigger. You look at that 5 terabytes, and you're like, man, I'll never run out of that. Yeah, you will. Trust me. Faster than you think.
Well, I'm just not downloading games anymore unless it's like a really like GTA 5 when it comes out. We get that pre-ordered. We're gonna download. We're gonna play it. Any games that are gonna be coming out, I have space for it. If I run out of space, I just add another hard drive.
Yeah, but you can only do that for so long. Then eventually it becomes a game of like musical chairs where you have to start deleting stuff. You're like, what do I actually really use? What do I actually really play? Make room. That's it for the news.
Well, I do that now, though.
Yeah.
Like, if I get tired of a game, or like the Left 4 Dead, Space Engineers, I don't play any of those, so why do I need it? If I need it, I can re-download it again. It's okay. Like,
Yeah.
there's certain ones that I keep because I play solo. Like my Worms game. I play that shit. I have more hours on that Worms game than I have on any one of my games that I have on my computer. Okay.
Worms is fun.
It's offline, and I could just go destroy shit. Fun.
It's a good palate cleanser. I'm the same way too. Like, even if I have tons of space to spare, like I have this weird thing where if a game is sitting there in my library, it bothers me because I'm like, when's really the last time I played that? And that's after a while. What I like to do is trim down my list. So I'm like, I know I'm gonna eventually get to this game. I want to get back to this game, but this I have no interest of playing anytime soon. Uninstalled, right. Especially on Steam. Like when you see like tons of games on that list, and it's like last played 10 years ago. Yeah, I should probably delete that. Right. But anyway, moving on.
Geeks Engage. This is a show about you guys, our fellow geeks. Join the conversation live here on TeamSpeak. We already got one. Let's have some more. We're going to put TeamSpeak in chat for you guys. One of our mods will probably get that going. But here is the info. You guys want to jump on, please do. Please use headphones. Please,
Yeah.
don't kill us with kindness, not somebody screaming in the background, "Are you going to bed yet?" Some shit like that.
With the $5 mic and stuff.
Yeah. So, but please join us, guys. But we want to do this. If you can't join us live, though, wait, there was something I missed. I did miss something. Yogi, do we have any reviews on Stitcher or iTunes?
I haven't checked
on Ask FM.
I haven't checked recently, actually.
Or email.
No email. You guys get on that.
How about the voicemail hotline?
No voicemail either. Not for this show.
Guys, we have it right up there. If you guys point right, Yogi, point up to the top right there. Right there, guys. It says geekyantics.net, that's yay. Then right there it says VM. That means voicemail. You guys call that number right now. I don't care if you're in chat. Do it. 206-415-4987. Leave us a voicemail right now. No, like serious. Like pick up the phone, dial it. Hi, Yogi, Obi. Hi, how you doing? Blah, blah, blah. My name is this. You guys suck. We don't care. Leave us a voicemail, guys. We want it right now. So, but if you guys can't join us live, for those that are listening on the podcast, let's keep the conversation going. Send us some tweets, guys. We want to have a tweet. You guys can reach us both at LB1X2, at YogiZilla, at Geeky Antics 2. And, of course, you guys can tweet out Janelle, too.
Of course.
At Janelle.
_no5.
_no5. I mess that up all the time.
Well, yeah, when I saw the hesitation, I was like, wait. And I looked up. I was like, is he going to get it? Wait for it.
Go get her, guys. Go get her. But she's going on vacation, so don't blow her up too much. I might do it just for the hell of it. So I'll tag you guys in. But as always, the best way to experience our shenanigans is live. So if you guys can get here, do it. It's so you'll never forget it. If you guys have listened to us podcast before, yeah, we do some crazy shit on live.
For real.
But you guys can check us out on Live Channel Hub right here, the Live Channel Hub. The main channel hub at Geeky Antics on Twitch. Yeah. You guys can join the gang and the official HQ at geekyantics.net. Come share, comment, share, and join us on the forums. I'm reading here because I keep forgetting what's next. So it's okay. We'd love to see what you guys think. Even the nerdy geeks, awesome geeks, cool geeks, geek geeks. We want to hear what you guys all think, guys. Yogi, do we have any Yogi, do we have any latest content?
We're both at the top of our game tonight. Good lord.
Yeah, no shit, right?
But by the way, how long are we in already according to your clock?
45 minutes.
Okay. So we started
we started later too.
we started like 11 minutes in. Okay, all right. Let me make sure. So, all right, we're good.
I'll let you know.
Well, I want to pace. I want to make sure I pace. We probably pace it well anyway. Cause you know me, I get long-winded. So I want to know for me, cause I started the pre-show a little earlier, you know, so that threw me off. I was like, well, no way, we're 45 minutes in already. Or are we?
Blades
Yeah,
joined the channel.
we are. Well, the news is normally longer too, man. That ran in the beginning, bro. That ran took us.
They're freaking. We're not gonna give up on the ISP stuff. That's gonna keep us salty for days. But anyway, Ask FM. This question. I swear, the question of the day. I swear was like geared towards me. It says, "Are you usually a quick decision maker, or do you take long to make decisions?" Something to that effect. I just answered it, so I lost it. I'm like, damn, that's a good question. Obi, do you make up your mind quick? Like in a fast food situation.
Yes and no. Like fast food, no.
Okay, so I'm not the only one.
Because there's certain things like if my stomach doesn't feel right, I'm not gonna get a fucking burger, dude. I'm gonna get a grilled chicken sandwich or something that my stomach's not gonna freaking say "fuck you" in a little while. You know?
Yeah, because I find no matter how many times I go to like a fast food restaurant, especially if they have a lot of choices, I'll still sit there and look at the menu and be like, what do I really want today? What am I really in the mood for?
Your choice perfect because your body's fucked up.
Yeah. Plus, you may not be able to do it that often. You know, those of us with kids and responsibilities, like fast food is like the mecca sometimes. It's like that's a treat.
You want to make it count, man. Shit.
Yeah, hell yeah. You don't want to end up getting something, but like, man, I can't believe I just spent $5 on that. It's $5, but it's still $5. Mr. Panda.
Huh?
What do you feel about this?
Well, about fast food.
About decision making in general. Are you a fast decision maker or a slow one?
Well, normally in like stressful situations I am, and like if I need to take my time, then I, take my time.
So you're a both kind of guy.
Yeah. I decide on the do I have enough time to make the decision, or do I gotta go fast? I make that like quick snap in my brain.
You're thinking on his feet. That's good, man. That's good. I respect that.
There needs to be a sense of urgency. Like in a fast food restaurant, if there's a bunch of people behind you, you don't want to be the one to hold you up that line.
Nope.
So I don't even go on the line unless I have a general idea of what to make. Especially my family is like can't make up their mind. It's like, oh no, I have this instead. No. Tell me what you want now before we even get there, because the moment you get close to the line, people will give you a dirty look.
This is Q-Tip. This is Nightbot. He just beat his ass.
Oh, did it? Damn.
Go ahead.
He has a permission now, though. BFT left us a voicemail now, too, by the way. So we could be happy again.
I just told him to leave me a voicemail. We should have more than just one.
Oh, did we? Look at that. You guys don't waste time. We created that urgency. See that? But okay.
Things weren't coming out of my eyes, were they, guys? Because if they were, I'm very sorry.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what just happened. But anyway, moving on. So we just, you want to do the man Christian and geek girls? Yeah, I think we should do it real quick.
We can. We surely can. It's time for man crushes and geek girls. Yay! This is the time, guys, where we share our favorite man crushes and geek girls of the week. If you guys want to be a guest or suggest your favorite man crush or geek girls, Please contact us via all Twitter, all games, or the official game website, geekyantics.net. We'd love to hang out with you guys, but for now, guys, we are going to share our geeks of the week.
Word.
I'll go first because it's real simple. I watched some more of her stream. She was just awesome. I'm going to have to go with my geek of the week for a second week in a row, which nobody's done this before, male or female. But Nikki Bruises.
Very nice. And she was just in here, but she left.
Oh, did she?
My choice is Morgana Freya. I just find it refreshing to find a girl, and I'm not trying to generalize, but you see a lot of this. It's just nice to find a girl that happens to be a gamer, that happens to stream, just happens to be a girl, and she isn't just relying on her looks, you know? Not to say that she's not easy on the eyes, but she's not using that, you know? See, like, it's hard to approach this, right? But she's not, like, there's so many, like, female streamers that they're just using the gimmick of their looks, and they're not much else. They're not very engaging, they're not friendly, you know, they have the personality of a doorknob, you know? But Morgana's engaging, she's fun to hang out with, she has a lot of really fun thoughts, she's just great to hang out with, you know, whether she's streaming or just hanging out in the stream. I'm kind of sad she's not here now. I guess she had an early night, but we really appreciate her. We've had some really fun hanging out with her for game nights. And it's also refreshing, too, that she's a family-first streamer, because there's not many of us out there, like people that have kids and other responsibilities, you know. A lot of people that you see streaming consistently, like, they have, like, this weird fantasy lifestyle where, like, they have no bills and they get to stream wherever they want.
Liver?
I said that's not many of us. That means collectively you too.
Hey, just checking, man.
Yeah. OB is one of the we're rare beasts. There are not many of us, you know. So we have to actually budget the time and make sure it counts, you know. Whereas people they can stream for like 12, 15 hours in a day and not have to worry about anything. And I'm not knocking it.
I wish I could do that.
I know. If I do that, the house would be on fire, literally, or it'll be dead animals all over the place. Who knows? I'd be scared. Dude, I put nothing past my family. I love them to death, but like, I swear, like, anytime they're gonna cook something, I like run out and check the oven, like, make sure nothing in there. Like the basics, it's like, oh gosh. I'm telling you, till you're a parent, you don't understand. Kids never really grow up until they have their own bills, you know. It doesn't matter what age they turn. Until they have their own bills and responsibilities, they're still little kids. It's like, they think they grow up once they get laid for the first time or learn how to drive. But no.
Those were the days.
They can still barely clean their own asses. Those were the
It's funny you say that because, like,
Back
I
in my
just went
day.
driving with my dad.
Did you?
I just learned how to drive. I felt like a man. I felt like such a man.
No, it is a rite of passage to learn how to drive, because you no matter how much you drive, there's always a certain level of tension when you drive, because you're always worried what some other jackass might do. You know, the person that's putting on makeup while they're driving, or messing with their radio, or talking on the phone and driving with like their fingertips.
Yeah,
you know?
back in my day, we'd get out of our car and beat your fucking ass.
But yeah, I mean, it's great the first time.
Lay down.
Oh man, so Aaron is a young buck.
Yeah.
And you're hanging out with us us old fuddies, or us old salty dogs.
Maybe you don't want me playing Counter-Strike on your team.
Well,
As I can get salty. I'm really salty.
Well, Aaron, you seem like a very young, respectful. You're a young, respectful young man. We appreciate that about you.
Thank you.
There's not many out there. I'm not saying all of this younger generations do.
Yeah.
Just a good amount of them.
Me and Obi, we were just playing on a team that, like, I had somebody on my team named Serpent. I mean, he said that he was the same age as me, 15. He said that he was 15, even though he actually sounded like he was like 9 years old. He was so ignorant. He was like one of those kids that you just like ignore everything that you say and won't listen, and like um
Yeah, he
just
was a
like
kid.
yeah,
There, that's it.
average
That's all
Call
you
of
gotta
Duty
say.
fanboy kid.
That's all we. That's
Not
all us
saying that.
old. That's all us old people say is he was just a damn kid. That's it.
Exactly.
So if you're in that part, then you should feel ashamed of yourself. If you're not
Yeah.
in that, you're good, bro.
Well, I think every older generation always like damns the generations that are coming after them, right? And they always say kids these days, right? And there's some truth to it because the younger generations, the younger you go, the more entitled they become and the more snooty they become, unless they have respect for authority and their elders,
Exactly.
And it's not just a generational thing. I think it's a cultural thing. At least here in the States, like a lot of people have a sense of entitlement, right? Because look at what we do now. It's like 8-year-old kids having cell phones. Now, not just like little flip phones, little shitty $20 prepaid phones. They have like $300 phones.
I have a connection. So I was going to a basketball game, one of my friends' basketball game, and what I see is like what looks to me like a 5-year-old. Like I'm like 5 more feet taller than him. Nah, that's not realistic. Like 3 more feet taller, and like this guy, he had a Samsung Galaxy S4, and he was just walking across. He grabs it like it was a 2-year-old with the Samsung Galaxy S4. He was just walking across the bleachers, and he trips over some guy's foot, and he drops it right in front of him.
Oh my
It was so
god.
hilarious.
See, like, why are you getting your kid a high-end phone like
I
that?
don't even know.
Well, some people are just stupid.
Mm.
Guys, we're gonna move right into our next segment, and this is the best segment by far because I get to make funny noises again. Quickie. To PvP or not to PvP. Those are the PvP games. I added a few words. Why do we love or hate them, guys? I don't know.
I like how you had to
Good.
put on shades right before the segment.
Yeah, right? That was awesome, right? I don't know.
I actually this segment was inspired by Morgana. I wanted to involve her in it because I wanted to get her feedback.
Oh my god. Well, Fatal's in here. He's been in here the whole damn time, not saying a word.
Yes, Fatal. I know. I saw him lurking. I saw the little blip. Maybe we should hold this off until she could join us next week. I want to get a lot of people's perspectives in it.
Okay.
No, what do you think? Oh, don't pout. But just as a little teaser, we want to get to the. We know that like in our community, there's people that are strictly PVE. That they won't even touch a PvP game, and there's people that like PvP games, but they suck at them. So we kind of want to get to the heart of that. Like, what drives that preference? What is it about certain kind of genres or categories of games that make people aversive to them? Because like in MOBAs in particular, and I guess you can say FPS games, but MOBAs in particular are like very polarizing. Either people generally love them or they hate them, and there's not really much of the many shades of gray in between. But then like there's games like Smite or Heroes of the Storm that Obi and I would probably say that are good to ease people into the MOBA genre, right?
Mm-hmm.
Even if you're not.
It depends on what kind of experience you have that first time. I mean, I've told everybody and suggested that people, if you've never tried a MOBA, come in with one of us. Don't ask us to play League of Legends because then I might flip you off and call you a retard. But, I mean, if you have Heroes of the Storm and you really want to play it, but you really don't know, or you really don't want to play a MOBA, or if you have Smite's free. You guys can come on and join one of us, and we'll actually teach you, like, okay, dude, this is what it is. We'll actually explain to you from root to finish, there's 3 different kinds of damage dealing. There's magic, there's physical, well, there's 2. Magic and physical, then you have ranged and melee, then you have tanky melee, then you have assassin melees. There's just certain,
See, Obi, I'm gonna tell you right. I'm gonna stop you right there.
Do it.
You when you bring people into MOBAs, you give really good information, but to like a new player, you sound like you're talking Chinese. Like for the new players, you have to just focus on the basics. This is how you should move around.
That's what I'm saying is I get that the beginning stuff first before they even open a game. I'm talking to them saying, okay, what have you played in previous, say in WoW, in an MMO? What have you played in that? Well, I played ranged mage. I was a mage. Okay, so this person's probably gonna like ranged, first of all.
Yeah.
Okay, what is she gonna like? Is she gonna like ranged carry role? Is she gonna like a ranged mage role? If she played a mage in WoW, so that person's gonna want to play a mage, Cuckoo, all the, Poseidon, Zeus, all those guys.
Oh, by the way, you just reminded me.
You know what I mean? So hold on, but then we help them and say, okay, this is how you move around. You see your cameras a little bit. You have to, to shoot further, you have to make sure you move your mouse up on your screen so the reticle in front of you goes ahead. And then you do that. Just if you guys want to try it, come talk to us. But what did I remind you of, Yogi?
Yeah, the basics. The basics aren't that bad. But yeah, you just reminded me that Smite just celebrated its 1-year anniversary of its launch.
They did
yesterday, Wednesday. What was it? The 25th, March 25th.
Guess what? They're an esport. Yay! Congratulations.
No, and what was cool was that they had that special game mode. It was a shame they only did it for a day, but it was a special game mode where you could only choose. It was Conquest, and you could only choose the gods they had before launch.
That were available.
Yeah. Cuckoo was one of them. Cuckoo Kachu. Yeah. Zeus was in there, of course.
Yeah, I'm not playing ARAMs with you fuckers anymore either. I don't want to get. I have a bunch of gods. I'm not playing. I have a bunch of gods that I don't play.
That's part of the fun, though. Like when you get like the worst pick for assault. Like I don't know. All right. There's some really bad picks for assault.
This is gonna be a good OB rage night. Okay.
Oh God.
So what we're gonna do after the show is we're gonna play Smite because we are playing Smite after the show, right? Yes, thank you. So if you guys want to watch that, I mean, I will rage and I will be pissed, or I'll be happy and I'll praise these guys. It's either dumbasses or hey, good job, guys. It's a 50-50 chance.
Playing arena tends to mitigate the level of frustration.
Oh, no, we're playing ARAMs. We're gonna play ARAMs.
I love assault. I'll play assault all day. I just love being put into.
Just kidding.
Oh damn it! You got my hopes up.
My rage is 10 levels above Swifty rage. Trust me.
Good lord.
And I will. Yeah.
But
I got some highlights coming out.
We'll table this discussion on PvP and how to ease into it. I mean, we've talked about it before, but we want to get the people that inspire this chat involved. And I know Janelle would have some insight too. Yeah, so definitely. Come join us next week for episode 68, and we'll go deeper on it. But I think there's proper ways to ease people, and one of the things is play with friends. That's the number one thing. Like Obi said, your first game experience will either make you or break you. Because all it takes is one bad experience to ruin things, Because,
I mean, that's why a bunch of, like, when I was playing League, you guys know, I always invited people in the League. Well, come just play with me. Come play with me. Well, they didn't wait for me to explain what's going on and that people are douchebags, and they just went in and tried to go ham and not actually learn it. And then they got freaking 0 and 33 or some shit, and they were talking shit about them, so they don't want to go back.
And that's why there are practice modes and bots. Don't go into competitive queues, ranked queues as a new player. You're just asking for trouble. Because these people act like if they lose a game, they'll lose body parts.
Oh, yeah. But, guys, we are going to get into it. Shout-outs. What easier way to play with friends is to shout out those friends. Shout-outs and love, guys. We do want to make sure that every week we try to get to it, but our rankings on allgames.com for views for the site. So, Yogi, what was our rank last week on allgames.com?
Oh, wait, hold on. The Striz came up with a good point real quick. He said that he thinks PvP is more for casual gamers rather than people who take games a bit more seriously. And that's true, but I feel like you can't. Like, that's true for the most part, but I feel like you should be able to enjoy a PvP game casually, like not with no intentions of becoming like top tier player. Play seriously, but not taking it too hard. You know what I mean? Like that's not necessarily casual, but not necessarily hardcore. There's something in between there.
Mm-hmm.
We call it
Casual.
YOLO Q.
YOLO.
We call it Yogizilla Q.
Hey.
It's the hardcore casual. Filthy.
Yeah, that's
hardcore
true.
Casual.
That's true.
But guy, dude, I actually play. I'm an actual casual PvPer. Yes, now sometimes I do like CS:GO and then things, and when I want to win something, I get serious about it. But for the most part, like when we're not playing, like me and Fatal, and there was one other guy that we just went and played Heroes of the Storm. We were actually playing quick matches, and we were destroying them. I mean, I was playing Illidan, and then I played, I don't know, what else? Nova.
Oh,
Nova is
Nova.
badass. You could ask Fatal. I gotta help Fatal. Anyway.
What am I doing? I'm not.
Help. Remember?
Oh God.
He goes, help me, and I later in alt on it.
Yeah.
Boom! Okay.
Sitting there, I'm like, I could use some help. Like 3 people are jumping me. Here comes a laser from the sky.
Oh.
And no one's jumping me anymore.
The
I'm just
precision
gonna
strike.
Stroll away.
That's the only ultimate to get with her. I mean, the little like sniper attack is cool, but
The sniper attack destroyed us the next game because there was a Nova on the other team, and she destroyed me.
Mm-hmm.
the thing is though, precision strike can help clear an area though, and soften up a bunch of enemies. It depends on what your strategy is, what kind of or your team comp.
Yeah.
An all-in comp, so that's why I took it.
The other one can lock on and cover you all the way across map. So yeah, it's just how you're building.
Let's finish this right here, guys. Don't forget that you guys can help us out.
Well, I didn't say what place we were in.
Yeah, you did.
Did I?
No, he didn't.
I'm like, did you go? I
No,
think Obi jumped through a wormhole. I derailed it. I'm sorry.
He went to, and then he was like, by the way.
BTW. No, but we were 8th place on allgames.com live listen charts. So we moved up from 14. So keep going. Obi would tell what to do.
I have a something to what's a goal? Not a goal, but it's something more exciting. But I have a goal for next week, guys. This is what I want. This is what Obi1X2 wants. Not what Yogizilla wants, not what Geeky Antics wants, not what anybody else wants but me. I want to crack the top 5.
It's going to be
week.
tough.
Okay? I don't care. Stop being a negative Nancy.
No, we can do it.
Norma.
Huh?
Exactly. Guys, this is what I need everybody to do. And I'm going to do it too. I got 3 different machines and I'm at 2 different houses. So I do it too. Go on allgames.com at 5 p.m. next week, Thursday. I'm going to tweet this out on Wednesday. Okay, so be watching my Twitter. If you're not following me, you should be. Wednesday, I'm going to retweet guys. I'm going to tweet you guys about 5 o'clock Thursday afternoon, Thursday evening. Go to allgames.com and hit that live chat button. Okay? So then you guys, you don't have to stay in there for the whole damn show. It's not. You guys are listening to it now. That's okay. But tell all your friends. 5 o'clock, 5 p.m. next Thursday on allgames.com at chat live. Okay? This is a goal for everybody. I want to hit that top 5. Screw them other guys. We're going to get it.
Word.
Yeah. To your mother.
So Thursday nights, 5 p.m. Eastern, 2 p.m. Pacific. Make sure you're there, or that's 10 p.m. GMT, London time. Make sure you go allgames.com and just play that
Morgana.
stream.
Morgana's here.
I saw. And if you're mobile, you can still listen on Android devices or on Stitcher. You can play the allgames.com
We
stream.
should straight up get her on TeamSpeak and talk more about the thing we were just talking about.
Yeah, I was going to, but we still gotta like do the giveaways and stuff. Unless we just
We got 50 minutes, man.
Huh?
We're only at an hour and 10. Come on.
15 minutes? You think we're gonna have enough time? You know how we go off on rants.
Fine.
Fine, Obi. But a quick message from our sponsors. Make sure you guys check out our sponsor, geekyantics.net/sponsors. We got offers coming there. And what offers are ways that we could save you money for things you might need, or things you may not really need, but you still might appreciate. For example, shinyprints.com. If you want to give someone a gift that will last a long time, something that's kid-proof for the most part, waterproof, heat-proof, you know, almost bulletproof. Well, don't try that at home. ShinyPrints.com is a place where you can get gifts that will stand the test of time, right? You can get a photo immortalized or a custom art piece. You know, maybe get a 3-piece or 5-piece panel made out of metallic art that's shiny, that has that nice little luster to it. You can wow your friends and give a gift that's unique. So go over there, and we have the links over at geekyantics.net/sponsors. If you use that link, we'll get credit for sending you over there. But if you happen to go over there and you forget that, you know, we have that link, just let them know Geeky Antics sent you. And we appreciate that. It helps us keep the lights on. And when our sponsors are happy, we could do the things we love and do more giveaways, and fun things happen. And, you know, we're no longer starving artists, which is cool too.
That's always a plus.
Morgana's like, wait, I have a segment?
I told her, I said, your segment. She goes, it said, we're doing it next week, to PvP or not to PvP.
Yeah, I put her out there. I said that she inspired it. Well, she was part of the reason inspired it.
Well, yeah, that's her segment. That's just how it is. So next week, Morgana, be here. And we're actually going to make a segment just for this. The same thing. We're going to PvP or not to PvP. Do you love them or hate them, blah, blah, blah. But you're going to be on TeamSpeak with us. Well,
if she can make it, she might not be able to.
If you don't mind, if you can fit it into your busy schedule, por favor.
She might be listening mobile. TeamSpeak on mobile is questionable at best.
Yeah.
But without further delay, we're gonna go ahead and jump into our community events and giveaways, and we're gonna redraw the Star Wars Humble Bundle because Andy, aka Spaffyzilla, said, "You know what? The community needs to get it. I'm part of the team, you know, and I don't want it. Give it to someone that really wants it, something that really deserves it." So we have
like the vice president of Geeky Antics.
He is behind. He's like the silent partner.
Mm-hmm.
He does things behind the scenes, but he doesn't really want credit.
There are no partners.
Oh,
and I quote, end quote.
Damn, Obi with the below the belt blow.
Bloated belt. Yeah, I got it, man.
All
right, man. Giveaway. Who won the Star Wars Home Bundle?
Hold on. We had a last minute entry that I missed.
Really?
I did. I missed an entry.
What are you doing all day that you missed?
I missed a comment. I miscounted. I thought there were 11 entries, but there's actually 12.
Who's breathing into their mic?
Me. Oh, now I'm lagging. Great. All right. I'm gonna do it. We got 12 entries. I'm gonna generate a random number on random.org. Let's see. Loading.
Do it.
Are you the gatekeeper? More Ghostbusters.
Oh yeah, do it. Push the button.
And all right, number 4 is the winner. Let's see who's number 4 according. Oh, but we stopped that.
Yes.
Let's see who number 4 is.
And the winner is
big. It's a long drum roll. It has to load up. The perils of multitasking. All right, number 4 is the longest drum roll ever.
No shit. I done stopped. The drum roll's not in effect anymore.
Did you just stop?
Yeah, the drum roll's done. The guy's arm got tired. Sorry.
Wait,
and
who's number 4? It says believe. Who's believe?
If you believe.
Oh, I'm gonna redraw.
Who's believe?
Is
it Bowley?
I wrote it. I missed Drew. I missed Drew. Okay.
Man,
Okay, I'm ready.
who's the winner?
All right, finally we have a winner. Someone is actually gonna stick with it. He's not here right now, but he's been a long time supporter. Well, one of our newer
Who
fans.
is it?
But he's a good guy. Medi, aka what's his name? What's his name? Medi. You know his name in the chat is something else. Code something, not Code Wolf. I can't remember the name now. I'm totally drawing a blank.
I know what you're talking about.
You-
That guy.
Huh?
Medi. Yeah, I know him.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah, guy on Steam. Medi.
Yes, that's his name on Steam is Medi, but his name on Twitch is something different.
It's Code Wolf.
Code Wolf 3995.
Is
Maybe?
that?
He's in chat.
No, it's
Yeah,
not.
he's in chat.
That's not Medi. Medi
Well,
not
you're, the one
Code
that's-
Wolf.
you're talking like code.
His name is
Code
something
and then
Code
Wolf.
something. No. I can see the chat, and that's someone that's in the chat right now.
Okay. Well, congratulations to Medi. Or whoever you are in chat.
Yeah. Only the top professionalism.
Oh,
Yes!
oh, that's right. I'm bringing my A game here, yo.
Wait, are you thinking of Cody?
No, Medi is his
Oh.
name.
Cody. It's Cody and chat. He's always here.
No, he's not in the chat right now.
No, not now.
Oh my god.
But
It doesn't matter. Let's move on.
Usa.
No, his name is. I can't remember what his name is. If you say it, it'll click, but that's not it.
I don't know, bro.
Is it Doc Rowe? No, it's not Doc Rowe.
Really.
Once upon a time, there was a Doc Rowe.
There still is a Doc Rowe, but he's dormant.
He's in a sleeper cell.
Sorry, that was wrong.
We have to reactivate him. No, not Codis. I know you're talking about.
mean.
No.
You're mean.
You know, it'll come to me later when we move on from it. But now that I'm in the spot, I'm not gonna get it.
Yeah, you're mean.
But oh yeah. So I guess we should announce the winner of the Mega Awesome giveaway.
Yes, we should.
Oh,
Well, what?
the winner is Lord Rakdos.
Congratulations, Lord Rakdos, on your win on the Mega Awesome giveaway. Yay. No, congratulations, Lord.
How are you gonna celebrate with the chick from Monsters Inc?
It's terrible.
Congratulations.
Congratulations on your win. Now get to work. Get to work.
And I'm gonna hand it to Lord Rakdos because he was one of the only people that did one of the optional entry methods of answering what the survey question of what's the most awesome podcast, and he chose the option HorsePLAY Live. There were many options, but he chose ours, and I appreciate that.
Aw.
I just want to say I appreciate that.
Yogi's in love with the Rakdos.
No, Lord, and he deserves it too. 'Cause I know he's been going through some tough times. So
I'm sorry. I gotta go rob him at his ass so we can see what games he's got.
the what?
Sorry, it's electronic. My bad. So I'm gonna go to his house and rob his ass, see what games he's got. It's electronic.
There will be more giveaways. There's more stuff that we have to give away.
Oh no, I know.
But
Of course, it's on a night that he's not here. Yeah, likely.
it happens. You can't. He's almost always on every stream. You can't be
He needs to be here
100%.
tonight, though. Alright. We're gonna move on. Congratulations, Lord Rakdos. You are awesome, dude. Thanks for playing. Thanks for just being a great supporter of GeekyAntics.net.
And you know, everybody deserves to win, but he really deserves it. I know he's been going through a particularly tough time.
Bouncer Bill, what's up?
He's a good guy.
Nice
Oh,
spamming chat.
Dude, we're gonna ban you. Thank you.
people
Nope,
really
that
need.
wasn't cool.
Yeah, spamming the chat to promote another channel. How not to promote a channel?
Yeah, guys, we don't mind if you promote your channels, but you guys, there are things you have to do first. Like asking would be nice.
The
You know,
problem
just
is,
saying.
I bet you that guy's not even associated with that channel. Because I've seen a lot of times people have been leaving comments on our site or going to our channel, promoting someone else's channel, spamming about it, and they're not even like the streamer or affiliated with the channel. They're not even mods in there.
Mhm.
Yeah, because the other day, as a matter of fact, someone commented on one of our
Streamers
Twitch
hate that
articles.
shit, dude. Just saying.
Yeah, because it makes them look bad. They're probably trying to get them banned or attacked or something. Because Twitch won't think twice if they hear someone's spamming a channel. It's like, well, I didn't do that. Someone else did that. I can't control what other people do, right?
Mm-hmm.
But so I went to the channel and I said, "Hey, thanks for your comment on Geeky Antics." And this guy was like really douchey about it. I was like, wow, Geeky Antics. I don't even know what he's talking about. I was like, either this guy has like the worst short-term memory ever, or it was someone else that left a comment on his behalf. But yeah, that's awkward. Don't do that. Even if it's well intentioned, it's just that's the wrong way to do it.
Yeah, at least ask. Because we might, you never know. We might go spam away. When we say spam away, guys, it's not freaking 1,600 fucking spams. It's 2 or 3, because people see it. More people we have in chat, more we'll let you do it. It's fine. Don't be douchebags about it. What do we got next, Yogi?
Well, we're making good time. We might have time to actually have more discussions here. I guess we should go into our feature discussion. Might as well, right?
Yeah.
You ready?
Definitely.
You ready?
Sure.
You gonna do a little sound bit for us? A little swizzle spasm?
Dun, 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 dun. I don't know how to do the feature sound. I'm good.
Let's usually
And
do.
the feature of the... No, I don't.
No, you usually go. And now it's time for our feature discussion.
I do?
I'm pretty sure.
Okay. Well, maybe. I don't
Obi,
think I do.
Obi, are you? Obi, are you having an out-of-body experience? What's going on?
I am. I'm having an out-of-body experience. It's retarded. Why would you even say that to me? That hurts my feelings. My feeling. The one left I have left. It's hurting right now. I could die.
I don't know what's. I'm gonna die of a heart attack from when you have your little flaky moments one day. I'm just gonna completely lose it one day because you have like this face like, where am I?
What?
What's going on? And then I just lose it.
All right. And now it's time for our feature presentation. How to give away 101. Yogi, take it away.
So for those that have been urging me along, I'm working on continuing our Twitch and social media guides. I just released a giveaway, a little mini giveaway guide. It's like geekyants.net/blog if you go there. And it talks about giveaways and how to do them properly. It talks about conversion funnels and basic marketing and social media strategy. A lot of fun stuff. But a topic that comes up often amongst content marketers and particularly Twitch streamers is giveaways. As a matter of fact, Obi, our friends Link and Lily from Linkwall on twitch.tv/Linkwall.
Yeah.
The great channel. We highly recommend it. They have taken a lot of our advice to heart, and when they first started out, actually the articles we've written, they used as a guidepost. And it's cool seeing them grow so much using our advice. Because not just knowing what to do, it's actually doing it. But they also have a lot of they have a lot of great vision and direction themselves. We can't claim their success is 100% us or even a major part us, but.
No,
One
but
thing,
we help them get to where they're at, which in the beginning, that's all we'd say.
Yeah, but Link, we had a lot of discussions about different stuff, different strategies on Twitch, and one thing that we're kind of split up on is giveaways. Like he's like, giveaways for the most part are a waste of time. They like doing giveaways for like physical prizes because they like to personalize it, but he says that people like really think that giveaways are a good way to grow your channel, and for the most part they're not. Now, that's true and it's not. Live giveaways are fun, but and before we even get into that discussion, so there's a lot of questions here. Are giveaways worth it? What are they really for? Like, what did they really accomplish, right? And how should you do them? I'm more of a school that I feel like live giveaways are cool, but it's better to do a giveaway on your website or a platform you have more control over. Let's face it, Twitch or any video platform as a whole is very volatile. You never know when a video will get taken down, or you might get reported for some bogus crap. You know, it's a platform you have very little control over. It's highly volatile, and you have very little control in the sense of what you could do with the audience, because converting people from a video platform like Twitch or YouTube is really hard. You could build an audience on there, but getting them to do other things like go to your Facebook, your Twitter, or your website, you know, or subscribe to your mailing list, all these other things you could do to build your audience, it's tougher because usually those people in those ecosystems stay there. You know, like the people that spend a lot of time on Twitch or YouTube tend to spend a lot of time just on those things. That's part of their lifestyle. They're like flow, right? So you know, I don't say don't do the live giveaways, but live giveaways are more a nice way to like reward people that are loyal to whatever you're doing. You know, it's like, hey, you're listening to our podcast live, or you're watching a Twitch show, or you're watching our YouTube stream or a Google Hangout on air, or whatever. So here's our way of giving back to the community. It's just a quick thing. But if you're looking for true benefits, long-term benefits, actually growing your audience, it's one of the worst things to do, because it's like you might see a brief spike in your audience growth and attention. You might see a little more excitement, but it's short-lived. Whereas when you do it on a website or even a Facebook fan page, you're actually growing your audience, and you're taking your audience through like a dating process, right? You might meet some new people, and you date for a little while. You go on your first dates with the different people. Then as they revisit your campaign, your giveaway campaign, you get to know them better. They get to know you better, and you woo each other, and you get more intimate. You don't get the opportunity with a live giveaway. It's like a live giveaway to me is a one-night stand. It's fun, you know. You may not, if you did it right, no one regrets anything, you know. But you move on.
You did it right.
Right, but then, but it might make you feel empty inside.
Okay,
like,
this has escalated really quickly. Like,
Way too fast.
I feel
man.
like you're trying to give away virginity at this point. Like,
you know,
Okay,
I've always said
let me
giveaways
type
are
in.
like empty calories.
Guys,
You
this is
get
what I think
viewers,
about it.
but they're not gonna stay. They're gonna be there. They're gonna show for the giveaway. They're gonna disappear. So there's good ways to do it and bad ways to do it. Yeah, you get that short spike. It's like eating Rice Krispie treats. Oh, that's cool. They're delicious. Then you think back on it 10 minutes later with an empty pan and shame, going, "Oh, that was really just fake rice,
they were
marshmallow, and
delicious.
butter."
I'm gonna make some more.
Like, it did nothing for me, and now I'm fat.
Well, like, and this is how I think. This is how I think
but
about
they're
this,
good.
okay? The first question, okay, was are giveaways worth it? Giveaways are worth it to a certain extent. You guys know, like, it depends on what game you're playing too. Like what Yogi said a few minutes ago, if it's to reward people that are always on your channel. Now, I have a few people that come to my channel regardless what happens. They're there every time I have problems. They stick. So if I'm gonna give a skin away, it's gonna be a flash skin just because I want to. Now, if I have a big one, you know, when I get that, when I'm getting ready to finally finish everything, and so I can run a little smoother. But getting ready to market something for like an op giveaway, you know, it's an op. It's one of my more expensive items. Of course, we're gonna do it a month and say, okay, guys, you gotta go like this Facebook page, and the likes, I'm gonna, or I'm gonna do comments or something of that sort to win that op. It's something that people have to go somewhere else to help me grow. They have to go to my Facebook page. They have to go to this, and they have to watch, because I might do flash giveaways at any time. Even if it's a blue pistol or a mid-grade pistol for CSGO, I guarantee it's going to be a stat track. Even though it's mid-grade, it's still worth some money just because it's stat track. And a lot of people just want to use them. So,
Yeah.
are they worth it? They are, but you got to know when to use them. not to grow your business, but to reward. And I say business, but your stream, not to grow it, but reward your streamer, your viewers. So that's what they're really
you know,
for, really.
BFT brought up another important point. Not everyone is streaming or building up whatever they're doing online, you know, for the purpose. They're not treating it as a business. It's just something they're doing for fun. And if you could honestly say if you can be honest with yourself and you can honestly say it's purely for fun, it's a labor of love, very few people can really honestly say that. It's fine to do it for love. I believe do it for passion and love first and foremost.
There's a time where love doesn't matter anymore.
Yeah, eventually you gotta make some kind of profit to justify the time invested. Like Linkwall, they use almost all of their donations to do giveaways. They put it back into their stream, and that's great. But for a lot of us, that's not feasible because we need that supplemental income, which is why we're streaming and carving out that time. 'Cause otherwise, you know, husband and wives are gonna smack each other up, you know.
Well, mine's not because she does her own thing, but still there are couples like that though.
Yeah, but I mean, the more
hey, if you're not making money streaming, you could be making money at a second job.
Right, exactly. It's really hard to justify putting a significant amount of time into something if it's not building up towards a greater goal. And eventually, doing it as a hobby is just not cute anymore when you have responsibilities because that's taking time away from something else. You know what I mean? Like you said, like a second job.
But then that person, if you're a streamer and you like doing it and you want to do it professionally, or you want to say professionally, but you want to do it full time, that's when you're going to start treating it like as a business. But you got to know that, you know, you're treating yourself like, if you're treating yourself like a business, you're still there to entertain people. Mm-hmm. You're still there to I mean, because the one thing that I hate about giveaways, and I didn't say it yet, but I'm going to now. The one thing that I hate about giveaways is because, like Fatal, it's a rush and then everybody's left. Like they'll watch your stream for a month or as long as the giveaway is going through, and then all of a sudden it's done. Be like, oh, whew. Even though they really didn't like you, I want people that's gonna like my whatever I'm doing. You know, not necessarily my gameplay, because there's a lot of people that do watch me. They don't watch me for my gameplay. They watch me to see what I'm gonna say next. Mm-hmm. Okay, because I'm very blunt. I'm very, you know, I rage very easily. Sometimes too easy. Fatal, Yogi, you both have seen me.
Oh, I never seen that. You're always level-headed.
Whatever.
Yeah, there's no salty command on your channel or anything. I mean,
yeah, there is a salty command on my channel. What are you talking about? But it's that. What I'm saying is that's. I mean, if people don't like me for who I am, then I don't want them on my stream anyway. To tell you the truth, I don't. If they don't like me for my personality, I mean, some people like me for my gameplay because I mean, there are some games that I do play well. Not like, you know, high, you know, globally lead or anything, but I mean, there are some games that I play well and people like that. But I think of it as if I can't get people for the way I act or the way I am. Yes, I act harsh sometimes. I act like a douchebag sometimes. I cuss a lot. Probably something I should dial down on, especially if I want to get partnered anytime soon. But still, it's something that I like them, you know, for people. That's why I do giveaways, is the people that want to be in my channel.
Yeah. You know, and Morgana asks if you should do a giveaway for a certain amount of followers. Should it be done? Yeah, absolutely. Celebrate milestones. I'm not telling people they shouldn't celebrate milestones, you know, or even have random giveaways. But when you look at it, at what's sustainable, you gotta be honest with yourself. What do you really want from the giveaway? Like,
you want to make a plan.
Yeah, you have to have a plan. Like, if you can honestly say I'm strictly doing it to give back to the community, and you don't expect anything in return, then do whatever you want. But usually a giveaway or sweepstakes, they happen because you're trying to give stuff away in order to get attention and build towards something or meet certain goals. So with the flash giveaways, and if you just do a live giveaway through like MooBot or Nightbot or any of those things, you know, where you do it strictly on Twitch and there's no call to action that takes people off of Twitch into like Facebook or whatever, you know, it's a missed opportunity. But then on the flip side, and I actually discussed this on the article that I wrote, because as far as Twitch is concerned, if you're selling or promoting or doing even like I forget how they phrased it, something like giveaway or I forget how the exact verbiage they use, but anything that takes people away or it's like salesy or self promotion kind of stuff violates the terms of service. But people do it all the time. It's kind of having that balancing act.
You gotta say, and I've said it before, this giveaway has no affiliation or a part of any Twitch, anything that Twitch has, or I have the verbiage actually in the folder.
Yeah.
But that's the best thing to say is this giveaway has no affiliation or anything else to do with Twitch.tv, blah blah blah. So then it's like a free giveaway.
Yeah.
You know, it's not. You have to put that disclaimer there because then it's not violating terms of service.
Yeah, but still, they have so much wiggle room in there. It's scary, which is more reason to try to do giveaways off of Twitch. Like, hey, tell people, hey, this is my website. There's giveaway going on over there, and boom, you know, because then that's something where once they're on your website or on your mailing list or your Facebook fan page, you could keep building that relationship further and nurturing it further. You know what I mean? I think that's important. With Twitch, it's really hard to balance doing that live engagement and then administering that giveaway and giving. Those are both very involved activities. And again, think about what's sustainable. You know, some people want to do a giveaway every hour or once a day or every X amount of followers. But
There's
can you?
A lot of CS:GO streamers that do it after every game.
Yeah, after every match or whatever. That's crazy. Can you keep doing that? And at what point will you feel satisfied or dissatisfied? So it really all starts to being honest with yourself. But I highly recommend Rafflecopter, not because they happen to sponsor us, but I feel like things like Rafflecopter, OfferPop, WooBox, they make giveaways more valuable to everyone involved and easier for everyone involved, for the people that participate, the people that are publishing, sponsors, everything. And to me, that's a better approach to doing giveaways. And I've tried a lot of giveaway platforms. I used to have my own website that helped people do giveaways. And again, in the article that I just published on geekyantics.net, you guys can see that. But again, I'm not telling anyone they shouldn't do live giveaways, but just keep in mind that with a live giveaway, your value is going to be very limited. So if it's just a kind of thing where you want to have that little surprise element and keep people coming back, that's cool. But then again, like Fatal kind of mentioned, are those the people you really want to attract? The people that are just coming back just for the prizes or sticking around just for the prizes. So there's a certain way to posture it, position it, so that it's a nice reward, but that's not the only thing you're known for. Because that's the other pitfall, is people that do giveaways all the time. There's people that strictly hang out just for and that's all they ask is like, oh, when's the next giveaway? And that's all they're there for. They don't care about your skills or your personality or your raging or your boobs or anything. They just want free stuff.
I think there's another part to it too, and I kind of want to address the whole giveaways at certain amounts of followers, because it can go really well or it can go really bad. I think in the core of the giveaway, if you're doing giveaways to get out, are you entertaining? And just to show people you're entertaining and bring people in to see how entertaining you are, they can be lucrative. But one thing I've noticed is when it comes to hitting mile markers, like a certain amount of followers, a lot of people do 500, 1,000, things like that. I've watched some where people do the giveaways and their numbers, people will jump in last minute. They'll get a quick pop to their 30 to 50 followers, do the giveaway, and then you'll just see a ton of people unfollow. It sucks, really, but it happens. And that's where it gets kind of counterproductive.
Yeah.
I think if I go to do something like that, my suggestions and the idea of it are eventually I plan on going to a more full-time kind of stream When I do that, if I do follower giveaways, like I'm gonna do a giveaway at 500 followers. As people follow, I'll start taking down names. You know, we all get those alerts. We all have something that tells us, well, this person's following. It's not hard to just boom, notepad it.
Yeah, but that's what you have the Nightbot and MooBot and the home, the dashboards for that.
Right, but I'm saying you know, you get that where you can see, okay, these people have followed. Everyone's got a way of doing it. If I'm doing at 500, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go, okay, 500 people, I'll do a giveaway. 1 week from the time I hit that. So at 500, hit 500, do the giveaway a week later. And I'm going to look at who's been there for those 500 people. Anyone coming in at 501, 502, well, they have to wait for the next giveaway. That is for the first 500 people who supported me. You know, it's one of those, I'd use it as a benchmark. Oh, it's like getting in the ground floor of a company. You came in here, well, then you have this benefit. If you come in here, you have this benefit.
Yeah, true.
I mean, that's just kind of the way I look at it. Because giveaways get really, like, I see a lot of hate in giveaways, and it brings out a really ugly side of Twitch too, where, you know, you can't watch a giveaway without someone going, it's rigged, I didn't win. And even if they're joking at some point, it comes off kind of dickish.
See, yeah, that's another reason I don't like the live giveaways, because a lot of times people are so confused because it happens so fast. And even the best of streamers do not account enough for the delay in the stream. You know, they're like, everybody type shit in the chat, and then, like, there's still people that don't understand what they gotta do. It's like, is it uppercase? Is it case sensitive? What's going on? What's it for? And then, like, they do the drawing, and then it's hard feelings, you know?
Right. Or they're like,
I
you
mean,
have 30 seconds, and now the stream has a built-in, thanks to Twitch, built-in 15 to 20 second delay. So if you don't type it in that 10 seconds and it doesn't come up, they're like, oh, let's re-roll. And it's like, people start getting salty there too. It's an ugly element.
yeah.
Yeah, but a lot of streamers, though, with giveaways, I've seen them actually wait 2 to 3 minutes just because of the lag.
Yeah.
I mean, there's a lot of streamers, like the Original Weed is one that will, if he's in a hurry, he's like, all right, guys, come on. And he's not really paying attention to the lag. I mean, it could be from 45 seconds to a minute and a half before people actually hear what he's saying. And then he only gives them 2 minutes. So if you have a fast computer, you can get your giveaway. If not, then redraw.
Yeah. The redraw thing, I think, is really good if your focus is on rewarding, like Fatal said, the most loyal people. I like that a lot. Because I think that's where live giveaways, flash giveaways really shine. When you're looking at really building your audience, because you always have to, whatever you're doing, whether it's Twitch or YouTube, you know, Hitbox, whatever you're doing, podcasts, you always have to assume that whatever you're doing there is not going to be forever. So you need to have something to fall back on, like a mailing list, a fan page, a website, so that if those things ever break down, they go out of business, or you get suspended over some BS, whatever happens, or the company gets acquired, things can happen. You don't own that website. You don't own your Twitch channel. It's on loan to you. You have to treat it that way. Then what can you do to go? What's your next step? You need an exit strategy. You need that flexibility. So, like, you know, don't stop building up your Twitch channel, but don't put all your eggs in one basket either. You know, I think it's very important. So if you're building up your let's say you have a Tumblr site. That could be, if you want to make the Tumblr your home base, whatever, you know, you could do that. And then you can use that to build your Twitch audience.
And there's a few sites out right now. I'm checking them out, so I'm not going to say what they are exactly, but there are a few sites right now that you can actually, like, sub to a person if you want to, like, instead of using, because Twitch is starting to be a little bit more selective on their sub buttons now.
Yeah.
Again.
Yeah.
But there are different websites. Like I said, I'll look it over and discuss it with Yogi this week, and we might bring it back to you guys. But there are other ways to where you can go to different companies and get like to where people can sub to you every month, and it's like $250 a month.
Yeah, like
and
like Patreon.
Yeah, something like that. But I don't know if they're like super legit or not, so I didn't want to say anything.
Yeah, Patreon's one of the better ones. But there's a lot of them that do that.
There's ways you guys can do that too. I mean, there's so many different options for you guys too that you guys can use to grow, yourself. And like Yogi said, the biggest one is social media. I don't learn to use social media. I'm one of them that are oh, what? I was supposed to tweet that out? Oh shit. And forget. But if you can get on top of social media and you can do stuff like that, as long as your social media is on lock, you're gonna grow. You're gonna grow as long as you just keep tweeting out, keep getting like with me. I have my big one is Twitter and my Facebook. I got to get people on there first, so I'm constantly going up, and I just started up again, so it's not something like I've been doing it for years, but I'm learning too. But there's other ways you guys can grow and actually have people like sub to you and not be through Twitch.
Yeah. And I've said this before, you can still run your channel as a partner channel. You may not have certain options, like giving people the option to choose the quality of the stream or the bit rate on their side, which is a really nice feature. They really should open that up to certain streamers without partnering them. That's really the only thing I care about. I can give two shits about the sub button. It's a nice, it gives you a professional sense, but you can still run your channel as if you're partnered without having to go through the hoops you have to jump through for that.
But there was a streamer, I don't remember her name, and I should have wrote it down, but there's a streamer that uses the one that you're talking about, and she has emotes, she has a whole bunch of shit. Like she streams on Twitch, but she's not partnered, but she's partnered through a third party. She's doing good.
Oh yeah, I'm sure there's different ways. There's definitely ways around it because, Twitch uses the IRC backend, so technically anything that will work with IRC, you could just hack it up to do your own thing. But then that's another.
She's hacking it, but she's just not partnered through Twitch. She's partnered through somebody else.
See, those things though, like Patreon doesn't tread on anything, it doesn't go into any gray area. I know what you're talking about. Those things, I wonder if Twitch is going to start cracking down on them because they have a provision for modding, and that could be construed modding. Because, the way they word things, it gives them so much wiggle room that if they just get, like, a wild hair,
Oh, shit, we're at 150.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, we got to start wrapping it up. I'm already at the end of the show notes. We're good on that. But we'll again, this is not a one-off conversation. We'll come back to this. If you guys check out the article, geekyhats.net, you can see .net, not .net. No, student .net. Yeah, you can tell the lack of sleep is real. But leave some comments and we'll talk more about it. But yeah, so there's some really good stuff that some social media and marketing basics that might help you understand more about not just how to do giveaways, but how to. Because the more important part is setting goals for yourself. Being true to yourself, true to your audience, being realistic, but also dreaming big.
Mm-hmm.
And also getting a feel for your expectations and what your audience expects from you. That's the tough part. Like, you may want people to do something simple. It might be something easy to you, like my Facebook page, right? Mm-hmm. But when you ask someone to do that, what's their hang-ups? What's their fear? That's a harder thing to do than asking someone to say, maybe, follow my Twitch channel if you're already on Twitch.
Yes, it's more personal.
Yeah.
So, and that's something that's why I'm going to the Facebook, is because I want to be more personal with my viewers.
Right.
It's not giving it says Obi-Wan-X2 fans. I mean, it doesn't have anything, this is just something to have a good time, make sure that when I put something out, that everybody that would like to follow me and would like to make sure that they know what I'm doing can. It's just the easier way for me, that's all.
Indeed. I'm with you, man.
For sure.
So let's wrap it up. Let's bring it home.
HorsePLAY Live is everywhere, guys. You can listen to or download awesome podcasts, including allgames.com. Woot!
Yay!
Please take a few minutes. Please take a few minutes out to thumbs up, favorite, subscribe, share. Even better, guys, we'd love some reviews and comments. It's quick, it's easy, it really helps us out. Thanks to all the ones who have been promoting our content. Wow.
Our content?
Yeah, our content. Yeah. You guys like eye candy?
I like
we
that.
have video as well. You guys can check us out on YouTube and Twitch, and that's Geeky Antics on both. So here on Geeky Antics Network, in collaboration with United Broadcasting Network and All Games Radio Network, we have tons of shows to cover in a wide spectrum of topics. We possibly can't plug all the podcasts. So for a full lineup, you guys can check out geekyantics.net/schedule. But for now, Sunday, Mondays, Wednesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays are our biggest podcasting and streaming days. If you guys would like to get in on that, please send us a message. Tweet us. Hey, we want to be a part of it. We'll send you right to Geeky Antics, and you guys sign up and do whatever you guys want to do. Yeah. Fatal, where can I find you at, buddy?
Well, you can find me on Twitter at Fatal Blades. You can find me every now and again on Twitch TV/F8TL_Blades. That's the same way you spell it for Twitter, too. I always forget I've got to fix that. Anyway, and usually hanging out with Geeky Antics. Timey-wimey tea time. I do this little thing called Timey-wimey tea time. That's pretty fun with a, hardcore casual you all may know. Other than that,
I've heard of it.
It's amazing. I'm Doctor Who, Walking Dead, with a lot coming up on this finale. But
Sometimes Lost Girl, I hear.
Oh yeah, don't get me started. Anyway, my plug's over. Do I get to pick who goes next?
Aaron.
Dang, that was my guess.
Where can they find you at, man?
Well, Steam community. That's really it. I don't have that much of social media for any of my gaming or anything. I'm thinking about starting up my Twitch. Once I get a better processor and graphics card, then I can actually start doing things.
Go ahead and type your Steam community in chat. At least your name. So
Yeah.
that we can put it in a link for you.
I think I'm like the only person with the
or
name.
send it to me on HorsePLAY and HorsePLAY Live channel on TeamSpeak, and I'll link it for you.
Yep.
Yogi, how about you, sir?
Yeah, these days you could mainly catch me on Twitter at YogiZilla. Coming back in April, I'm gonna come back with Retro Friday, Friday nights. It's just been starting a new gig, and there's a lot of stuff going on. We've been trying to wrap up the Mega Awesome giveaway, so it's been a lot of logistics, following up with sponsors, and rounding up the prizes, and making sure people stick to their commitments, and meeting deadlines with other projects. So, and then the bandwidth thing. I won't get into the ISP rant again. So, best place still, GeekyAntics.net and Twitter at YogiZilla. Obi's don't get me started on that again. Those are the best places.
You guys can find me at Obi1x2, everything at Obi1x2, Twitch, YouTube, Twitter, Facebook. I linked it in the chat, I think, or a little earlier. But you guys go ahead, check that out. So you guys know where I'm at. I think nope, that's not it either. What the fuck is that? Okay, that's not it either. Never mind.
I like the person that just joined the chat, Racist Velociraptor. That's a great name.
Nice. You got anything else to say, bud?
So yeah, Retro Friday again. Like I said, it'll be back April. It should be back April the 3rd. All things go well. I don't want to jinx it.
Definitely. But we're gonna let Yogi get the music ready, guys. But if you guys are listening to us on the podcast, if you are listening to us on allgames.com, the Dead Pixel Live Power Ranking Show is up next, followed by the B Team podcast at 9 p.m. Eastern Time. Be sure to hang out, guys. Check the chat room. You guys can go in the chat room by clicking the live or chat button. But we will see you guys next week. Later. don't leave. I do not secretly like that song. Thank you. Just saying. See you guys next week. Peace.
That song is awesome.
I love you.
That song is awesome. Damn it.
All right. We are off the show, guys. Let me turn it to a this one. Oops, wrong one.
I'm downloading Smite right now.
Up downloading Smite. Yep, me too. All right, guys, we are gonna play. We're gonna get right into it. We're not even gonna slow down. We're gonna play. So, no cameras, no facial stuff.
Word.
Take these off.
Am I supposed to, like, is this thing, end user license agreement
What?
on?
Oh, the Smite? Yeah, just add it.
Because I don't know if, like, I clicked something that added, like, extra programs onto me.
Dun,
No.
dun, dun. I'm gonna shut down the stream on my side. I'll be back, Obi.
Okay,
I need to stretch. I was getting restless. My back was like, eh.
that's all good. No, well, I might need to go take out my contacts though, but
BRB.
everybody